This is so uncomfortable. Continue.
What do your projects aim to say, like what the message of them?
The messages, all of them are based on societal issues, which was my whole portfolio that I made. These are only some of the assemblages I made. Like this one is called Importance of Time. It is based off of how people don't really care about their time or what they do with it until they no longer have it. And then this one is Life versus Death, and it is based off of kind of like Importance of Time, but based off how people don't really care about what they do with their life or how they treat it until they no longer have it or it's almost taken from them. This one is Asylum. It won the silver key in Scholastics. I really wanted to make something based off of the olden times and how they treated people with mental illnesses. Because the slightest mental illness, even anxiety, they would be put into a mental asylum. In the background, it has old newspaper from the mental asylums and what they did, and the flashlight on the side shows the light being shown on the situation. The Dear School shows that, because they used to do electrotherapy, and it shows that sometimes it ends in death. And then there is, I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but there's a little silver rose going up through the pipe, and then coming out through the pipe is wire, showing that the beauty of the person is gone and they're now being controlled. And this one is the very first one that I made, and it is called Relationship Status, and it is my absolute favorite piece I've ever done, because I was just super proud of it because it has a very, very deep message behind it. It is based off of abusive relationships. There's nails coming through her head, eyes, and everything, showing the pain that she's going through. There is control panels in the back showing that she's being controlled in the relationship. And then the two golden teddy bears that are broken shows that even though the relationship may look beautiful, it's actually broken. And then there's little film around it showing that it's supposed to represent the memories replaying in her head over and over again. And then the rope around her neck shows or simplifies that she's tied down and that she can't get away. And then on the back I would show you, but there's paper taped to it that I forgot about Scholastics, but it has handwritten help kind of smeared, making it, trying to symbolize that that's what she's thinking.
Do you have any like human influences besides just political issues?
Human influences,
like other artists or family members or something?
These are all based off of stuff that I have went through personally. Like, I've been through abusive relationships. I have mental illness like depression and anxiety. And then for Life versus Death, back then I kind of took my life for granted, thinking that it was just meaningless and that I didn't really take care of myself. And for Importance of Time, pretty sure everyone does this because of phones now, but I was just so into my phone, I really never got off of it, and instead of being productive, I ended up just staying on my phone.
How has your art making sort of developed over the years, like high school, middle school?
How was my art developed? So in middle school, I did like cartoony artwork, and then as soon as I came to high school, I started painting with acrylic, and then after that, I developed into abstract painting, and then after abstract painting, I wanted to try to do something more meaningful and something that people really haven't really done before. And I wanted to show people that art isn't just something on a canvas. It can be like a sculpture, music, anything. So that's when I started doing assemblages.
Do you seek out opportunities to create or sell your artwork?
I don't think so, because with assemblages, they're not as easy to sell as like a painting or sketches or whatever, because not a lot of people really want so-called junk in their home, because that's what basically assemblages are made out of. They're made out of old used objects so that you can create art out of them. So
Are you following any current art world trends?
I don't think so. I think that I have like my own little thing going on. I don't really try to keep up with what everyone else is doing. I just like to do what I like to do best, and that's just creating art with meaning behind them.
No further questions.
Was that all 7?
No, but some of them you already covered.
Okay.
Like a few of them were about political views and stuff, and you went over that. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions you would like to answer for the camera and the people? Anything you want the people to know?
I don't think so. I have done other art assemblages. I'm not sure if he's able to put them into the video, but I made an assemblage based off of PTSD.
There's
And
a few in the health room.
yeah, it's in the health room, but PTSD was based off of our troops, and it's a mannequin head with like barbed wire and stuff coming out, and then there's a gold tear showing the tear of our heroes, and the barbed wire and everything coming out of the head shows that even though they're out of the war's still going on inside their head. And then I also have the drunk driver. That one I believe was taken apart, but it's based off of, even if you only have like one drink or so, don't go driving, because not only could you ruin your life, you could ruin someone else's. Another one is objectified, and objectified is like a very, very big statement, especially to me, because it shows a doll from like the 1900s covered head to toe, because that's how men expected them to dress, versus today the perfect image of a woman as the Barbie. And it also, there's eyes all around it, showing that women aren't just objects to be looked at. They're actually, we have feelings, and we don't have to dress the way society tells us to. And we don't have to look the way society wants us to look. What other ones? I have these 4. I did poverty versus abundance. It is one of my prettiest pieces, I will say, because someone thought that was a painting when I took a picture of it. But poverty versus abundance, it has a rotting strawberry on a broken plate versus a whole bunch of fruit with money, rings, and everything packed up and show. I don't think it's in here anymore. But that one was supposed to show how someone who's poor would basically die over rotten strawberry just for food, and the rich people really don't care what they do with it because they have the money. They don't really care if they waste it or not. And then I'm not sure if he has this picture, but it was for, I believe, the grasshopper competition, but it was called New Vision. And it was basically all 8 of my assemblages put together, creating something new, showing that you can have a new view on life and everything. So that's about it. One more stab.